What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to a brand new video here today. We're back on Gran Turismo Sport. It's been a little while since episode 2, where we got the driving school lessons over and done with, I guess you could say. So we're going to move on to the next stage of this game and head over to mission challenges, I believe. Yes it is, there we go. Various missions to test your racing techniques, yada yada yada. Alright, looks like we got 8 stages, so we'll probably do these in 1 or 2 separate parts, I guess. First one, looks like we've got a Mazda Roadster 1v1, so let's go get into this. We're at Willow Springs Raceway, one of my favourite tracks on the game. I'd love to be able to go and have a spin around here for real one day. This is an awesome track, but looks like we've got to get up to first. We've got 3 Roadsters to overtake and probably about technically 2-3 corners to get it done. There we go, past one, past another, one left. We're going to sneak down the inside and Bob's your uncle straight up into P1, and that is job done effectively. All we got to do is get around this right hander and we should be good to start this episode off on the right foot with gold. So around this very long sweeping right hander. Always feels so much longer when you're in a slower car because it just takes absolutely forever to get around. But there we go, gold once again. We seem to be getting a lot of these, but anyway, I can also say in advance, I do have probably 2-3 Gran Turismo videos ready to actually be uploaded after this one. I've actually started playing a fair bit of Gran Turismo, not gonna lie, in the past couple of days, so got a couple of videos ready to be uploaded, so that'll happen, you know, maybe every second, third day or something. Just when I find some time to be able to finalise a few things and, you know, detail a few things the way I want and whatnot. But anyway, getting back to the action, test number 2. It looks like we're at, I think it was North Isle Speedway or something. Don't quote me on that, I may have pronounced that wrong. I'm hopeless with you know, all that kind of shit, so as I said 200 times before, don't hurt me. But anyway, it looks like it's basically the same as the previous test. We just got to get up from last to first, and we've managed to do that with about half a lap to spare. So come around now, and this should be our second gold and a pretty good start to this episode. Cross the line, and there we go. You're right, job done. 2 down, 6 to go, and then we'll get a first prize car from mission challenges. So it'll be interesting to see what exactly that turns out to be. Almost up to level 11 as well, so that's pretty nice. On to test number 3, and we're at Tokyo City Battle, and it looks like it's another test, which is basically the exact same. Yes it is, so we basically got to get to last to first, so let's go give this a go. Looks like we're in a Renault Clio or something, I think. Actually, no, we're not. We're in a Volkswagen. What the hell am I talking about? I don't know. Actually, no, I don't even know what I mean. I didn't pay enough attention. Don't hurt me. I don't know what I'm driving right now. And oh god, that's the wall. Bit of oversteer. Now we're going to try and drag this Toyota 86. We'll get in before the line, will we? Up into the lead. There we go. Out drag the Toyota. Across the line for gold. And what are we actually driving? I'm not sure. What were we actually in? I couldn't quite see the badge on the steering wheel there, so that's a little bit awkward. So, yeah, sorry for that. But anyway, ooh, that's close to living up to level 11. But anyway, let's forget about this and go on to test number 4. We're in Alfa Romeo at Dragon Trail Seaside, and we've effectively got a slalom to do, almost, kind of, maybe, not really. So let's go and see if we can do this. Looks like we've got to knock over every single cone to get a gold score. Not gonna lie, I am not a fan of doing these. I really don't like them. Obviously, you know, that's just me. Oh god, get a bit of air time. Okay, we're getting her up on 2 wheels now, boys. We're on the move. And there we go, that's 100, is it? No? Yes? There we go. They frightened me there for a minute. Stuck on 99. I thought, oh, don't tell me I missed one. But there we go. Alright. New personal record, 100. Another gold, so there we go. Give us some more money and some more experience, and that should be level 11. And it is, there we go. Level increased up to level 11. So this is looking very, very nice at the moment. coming on to test number 5, a 1-lap battle around Blue Moon Bay Speedway. Don't believe I've ever driven around this speedway, so hopefully we can get this right. Fighter jets going pretty quick, sharpish overhead there, as you can see, at the top of the front windscreen. But anyway, down into turn 1 now. We're already up into 4th. We go deep, almost in the wall. Happened to kind of back out of it there a little bit. Make sure we didn't clobber the wall. And I gotta admit, how good do the graphics on this game look? It's just really well modelled. It really looks nice. But anyway, that's past a Volkswagen up into P2. We got one more to go now. We should get this guy before the final corner. I think that's a Ford Mustang, and it is. There we go, straight up into P1. Get around this final corner, and then it's just a straight line speed shootout all the way up to the line, which we should win fairly comfortably up to the line. And it looks like it's going to be another gold across the line any moment now, and there we go. Job done, another gold, and yeah, we're getting through these pretty easily and pretty quickly at the moment, so we're looking good. As always, one thing I do just want to say is, and I know I've said it probably 500 times by now, if not more, but thank you for the support on this channel in such a short period of time. We're already at 140 subscribers, which is absolutely unreal. But anyway, let's get back on with the action now. Test number 6. We're back at Willow Springs in a Chevrolet. And, oh boy, hang on to it. That's a bit slidey in the rear end. I wasn't expecting that. And looks like it's another last question mark challenge in effect. Going to try and sneak by this Toyota 86 if we can. We're going to go around the outside now. And looks like we've got a Ford Focus to get by. We'll try and squeeze around the outside of him. There we go. This car sliding in the rear end. Trying to get the power down and trying to keep the back of the car under control. But we've just managed to do so. Up to the finish line. And there we go. Another test completed and won. So, very, very good start for the moment. More money, more mileage points, more distance covered, and more experience points. So we're all good at the moment. We're ploughing through all of these very, very nicely, and looks like we're back at Blue Moon Bay Speedway for a top speed test. Aim for a top speed of 155.3 miles an hour. So looks like there's some cars in front of us, so slipstream is probably going to play a part in this test. So we'll probably try and nab some of that off some of these cars if we can, without them driving into us and whatnot. There we go, we've already dispatched of a Toyota in the slipstream now, climbing 143, 144, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 150, 53, 54, there we go. We've already overtaken it. We're going to get the 163? No, not quite. Very, very close, up to 162, nearly 10 miles an hour over the gold target that we needed to beat. So we absolutely bossed that one right there, which is really, really nice. So on to the final test, and we have a 2-lap race around a little driving park. So this looks like it might be interesting, and holy crap, what is that for an interior? You talk about modern. Okay, alright, let's get this show on the road. Past the Volkswagen, up into P5, that's P4. Would you like to make that P3? Yes we do. Alright, already 3 cars dispatched off, only 2 left. Should get this done pretty easily now, and just absolutely slingshot past this thing. Has shitloads of straight line speed and downforce. And oh god, we're on the grass. We kind of cut that corner a bit there, and we're still on the grass. It's all a bit awkward. Get back on the road, and there we go. That was all a bit awkward and a bit scruffy there, wasn't it? Just for a brief period in time. That had me worried for a little bit, but anyway, getting back to what I was saying just a moment ago while we cruise around to this final lap. Thank you guys again for the support. I know I talk about it probably more than what I ought to, but I really do appreciate it. 140 subs now at the time of me recording this is just absolutely unreal. I didn't even expect to be at 100 subscribers, not going to lie, by the end of this year. And we're not even in the final month of the year, and we've already passed that goal by 40 subscribers, so absolutely unbelievable. So thank you guys for all the support, really do appreciate it. But here we go. Oh god, we're on the grass. Okay, we're doing a rally style run up the line. Keep the boot into it, and there we go. Alright, that was all kind of a bit silly and a bit awkward there right at the end, but That's how you finish with a flourish, as they say. But anyway, that is stage number 1, I believe, done and dusted for the mission challenges. And I believe it is time to go and collect another prize car. So let's go see what it is. Alright, so we're in a Renault Sport Megane. Nice little car, I don't mind that, to be honest. So that is stage number 1 done, and because it's only been 10 minutes, let's go and do stage number 2 as well, and we're going to jump straight in our newly acquired Renault Megane for what looks like a 2-lap race around Dragon Trail Seaside Circuit. And yep, 2 laps, so looks like we've got to get from 12th up into 1st. So let's go and try and get up to the front. Try and make it move now already. Looks like we got a lot more straight line speed than some of these guys at the back. Already up into P10, so that's 2 cars dispatched off. Big boy yeet up the inside of what I believe is a Corvette. That's up to P9 now. Looks like we're going to Nissan, I think that's an R35. We're going to make the move on him. Then a move on a Hyundai. That puts us up to P7, so we're already dispatched of 5 cars. Now looking to make a move on P6. There we go. Are we going to try and make the move on the Alpha? Not quite, there wasn't enough room there, but anyway. And just completely outpower him on the exit. That's up to P5. So already over half the field dispatched off. Send it up the inside of that Volkswagen, up into P4. Next up is the Mustang for P3. Hopefully we can get this done. Up the inside, oh, bunny up the curb a little bit. Bit of contact there. Kind of running wide ever so slightly, but you know what, no harm done, we're still alive, so nothing wrong with that. But anyway, we're going to go for a big boy send at the bottom of the hill there. Brakes so much later than the 2 litres, and we're making a move on the Jag now up into P1, and just like that we are already up into the lead of this race before the end of the first lap. So we're actually going to cut on to the final lap of the race now, because nothing else literally happened. We pulled away by quite a bit, and that is going to be the first test of Mission Challenges Stage 2. Around the final corner we come. Got a big gap to the guys behind. We're going to come up to the line now and win the first event in Stage 2. There we go. Alright, so perfect way to start Stage 2. Gold straight off the bat. Once again, win a bit of money, $9,000 damn near, so that's very nice. Pity we couldn't win that in real life just by doing random races like this, but anyway, going on to test number 2. Looks like we're in a Lamborghini Hurricane, and we're back at Willow Springs. Aim for a top speed of 155.3 miles an hour again. I believe that is exactly what we did about 5 minutes ago, so hopefully we'll be able to do that again. In a Lamborghini Hurricane, I would think that's probably a bit more achievable than what we were in last time, but we'll see. But anyway, it looks like it's going to come down to slipstream on this front straight, so here we go. Bit of slipstream off that Subaru. Now we're in the slipstream of this red car in front of us. The speed is climbing up. We're going to get to 155 before the line. There we go, 159, and we get gold. Almost for 4 miles an hour we clear that, so not by as much actually as last time, but we get it done anyway, and that's some more money, some more mileage points, more experience, and just a good way to finish that test all around. Cutting on to test number 3, 3-lap race around Brands Hatch Indy Circuit, and it looks like we're back in a Renault RS Trophy 2011 car. So it looks like we got to get up to first again, so we'll try and do this as quick as we can. Looks like we got a Peugeot in front of us. We'll dispatch of that quick as you like, and there we go, up to P7 already. Going to try and get up this field quickly as we can. Next up is a Renault Clio, I think that was. Don't quote me on that, I couldn't quite see what was written on the back of it there, but that's up into P6. One thing I will definitely say is running no assists on this game is it is good, but the back end of certain cars can be very twitchy, and you have to be very, very careful to not lock the rears and lose the back of the car. But anyway, while I was blabbering on about running assist and not running assist, God knows why, but anyway, we've already moved up into P4. We've dispatched of 2 more cars. So as we cut on to the start of lap 2, we're in the slipstream of the car in 3rd place. We're going to go for a big boys dive into turn 1. I didn't know what I wanted to say then, but anyway. And we're almost going to go around the outside of the Audi. How cool would that have looked? Probably wouldn't have worked anyway, even if I tried. But up the inside of the Audi, up to the top of the hill. There we go. That's up to P2. Next up is this Mitsubishi. Hopefully we can get this move done on him nice and quick. We're going to go up the inside. He brakes really early. We get the move done. That's up into P1. And we'll cut on now to the final lap of the race, and once again, just like last time out, we held the lead, pulled a little bit of a gap as well, and we come around now to get another gold. And yeah, this has been a pretty successful episode so far. I haven't had to try to redo any tests, so we're doing good. But there we go, gold once again. So Bob's your uncle, we've passed another test. And on to the next one. So let's go get some money. How much do we win for that? $8,500. That's not too bad whatsoever. Get some more mileage points, more experience points. I don't think we'll get up to level 12 by the end of this episode, but we're probably not going to be far off. Getting on to test number 4. Looks like we've got a big Willow Time Rally. We're back at Willow Springs once again in a Chevrolet Corvette. Grand Touring car it looks like, so 2 laps around Willow Springs. So we're going to try and do this as quick as we can. Dive up the inside of a Mustang. Holy shit, that was close. Nearly absolutely ran up the arse of that Mustang. That wouldn't have looked very good if we did, but anyways, oh, we're on the dirt, get back on the road, and there we go. Right, that was a bit of a hold your breath moment there. Looks like we've got this is like a bit of a timed run almost, like what do you call it, like a checkpoint run almost. I think that's the phrase I'm looking for. Anyway, looks like we've got to finish these 2 laps with 15 seconds up our sleeve. Here's another checkpoint just here. It looks like we're going to cross this with about 23 seconds to go. So we've got about 8 seconds to play with basically as we just about cut onto this final lap. Up the inside of that Alpha now, up in P9. Obviously, finishing position don't mean squat. It's all just about getting around as quickly as you can. And we cut on to the front straight now. Been a pretty successful first lap, not going to lie. Gained a couple of positions, and we've still got a fair bit of time up our sleeve. Into turn 1 now, around the outside of another Corvette. So, this game certainly seems to like Willow Springs for testing you and whatnot in like challenges and you know, all this type of stuff, and it certainly seems to love taking you to this Willow Springs racetrack. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, looks like we've got up to the back of a Hyundai now, up the inside, clean as you like, no contact made. Up another spot, that's up to P7. We could actually finish in the top 5 at the current rate of progress. Looks like we've caught up to the back of the Volkswagen now. We'll go around the outside, coming up to another checkpoint, and looks like it's going to be 23 seconds again would be my guess, and it is. So we haven't lost any time. If anything, we've actually gained some back, so we're looking good. We're looking very good. Up to the final corner now, dive it up the inside of that Mustang. Next up isn't this, and then, oh god, we run clean in the back of it. That's not quite right. But anyway, just a flat out run now to the finish along the front straight, cross the line, and there we go. Gold with about 9 seconds to spare. So we were actually gaining back some time, even though we had about 8 seconds to spare anyway. So that went very well, very well. I can confidently say that. But anyway, more money, more mileage points, more of everything. So that's helpful. Getting on to test number 5, and we've got a 3-lap race around. No, hang on, I think that was a 2-lap race, wasn't it? Yes. Around, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that because I don't know, so don't hurt me. But anyway, 2-lap race around this, what looks like a very technical little racetrack. And we've got to get up into first position if we want the gold. So Of course, that's always what we're aiming for, so we're going to try and do that. Already up into P7. You can make that P6 now, as we outdrag what I think was an Alfa Romeo. I don't even know what we're actually driving right now. It is a car that we actually own, I think, because this was a event where you had to use your own car. I'm not sure what this is though, so anyway. Already up into P4 now, sliding a little bit on the brakes, and that's exactly what I mean. The back end of the car would like to step away, and it's not for every car. I've noticed some cars are actually very stable and very nice, but other cars, like a couple that we've driven in this episode, are just very, very tail happy, it seems, and like to bust the arse out loose and get sideways. But we're not in a drifting competition, so that is not helpful. But anyway, up into P2, looks like we've got one more car to dispatch of, and we should be good to run this thing home to the end and score another goal. Up the inside of that Alfa Romeo, that's up into the lead, but we've gone deep, we've run a bit wide, and he could try and snag the lead back off us here. He's real close, you can see him in the mirror, but it looks like we're just going to hang on, and we are around this long sweeping right-hander now, and now I think it's just a case of settle into a little bit of a rhythm. Let's just pull away and get to the end of this race as quick as we can. And cutting on to the end of the final lap, we've done exactly that. And yeah, we're doing really well with these tests at the moment. We're not really struggling with any. But here we go, out of the final corner, up to the line, and with a fairly big margin behind us, we win test number 5. Another gold, so there we go. We're going to win some more money and some more mileage points and some more of everything else, it looks like. $9,300. Very nice, very nice. Looks like you can actually make quite a lot of cash from doing these as well, which is kind of interesting to note. But cutting on to test number 6, and we're at the Nordschleife in Germany. Obviously home to where Niki Lauda had his famous accident back in 1976, I believe it was. And man, what a horrible accident that was, hey. But anyway, looks like we've got to get up to first again. So another test which is very reminiscent of about 5 or 6 that we've already done. Very close to running into the grass there. We've lost it back in. Hang on. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to catch my breath there. I wasn't sure whether we were actually going to hang on to it or lose it. But now we're just going to keep the boot into it around the outside of an Audi. That's up to P2. Next up is what looks like a Mercedes, and it is now. We're going to go around the outside. We're in the grass a little bit. We just keep the boot into it, flying up to the line, and there we go, gold once again. A bit of a hairy, scary moment there right at the start, not going to lie. We nearly completely lost it, and then touching the grass at the end. That is also not what you want to be doing. But yeah, we got away with one there, thankfully. And cutting on to test number 7, and we're in a Mercedes SLS AMG car this time for what looks like a hot lap around Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. So, excuse me, let's go and see what we can do. Looks like the goal time is a 1:38 flat, so hopefully we can beat that. We've got a couple of cars to negotiate as well, it looks like, just to make things a little bit more tricky for us, because the game just loves to try and be a pain in the ass sometimes. But I think that's just natural with basically any game that you will play at any point during your life. So anyway, pretty decent run through the first 2 corners now. About to catch up to another AI car that we're going to have to try and overtake. Hopefully we don't catch him in a bad spot, and it looks like we're going to do exactly that. That's not really where I wanted to catch him there, taken right off the ideal line, which is kind of annoying. Doesn't lose us too much time, hopefully, so we're still all good for the moment. We've kept it on the black stuff. Now comes up to probably the trickiest part of the racetrack now. Easy to get this wrong. Down into 4th gear now, and just ease back onto the gas now. Drive around the outside of what looked like a Nissan R35 there. Down into 3rd gear now, mount that curve hard on the gas, back up to 4th gear now, up into 5th gear momentarily, then back down to 4th, and we don't go down into 3rd there actually, mount that inside curve, try and stay off the grass as well. The grass is lethal on this game, I've noticed. You can just touch it with like your rear tyre and you will spin it, you will just die so quickly. So it's easy enough to do, but we've avoided that on this hot lap, and it looks like we're going to come up to the line despite dealing with some AI in some not too helpful spots. Come across the line for a 1:33.3, and that is gold by almost 5 seconds as well. So we absolutely dominate that test, and if my math is correct, there's one more to go, so let's go and do this. Alright, welcome to the final test, and what I believe is going to be the final test of this episode as well. One make race, 3 laps, back around this little driving park circuit, and looks like we're in a little mini Daihatsu here, which is interesting. Always found these are weird little things to drive, but anyway, looks like we've got to get up into first again, so another last question mark challenge effectively. Already up into P8 now, we've dispatched of 2 little Daihatsu. You can make that 3. That one gives us a bit of a squeeze there, not going to lie. Make a move, get up to P6 now, almost in the grass as well, whilst we're trying to make that move. We avoided that, thankfully. Diving up the inside now, up into P5, get it stopped, and there we go. Already cut through half the field in basically 3/4 of a lap. So hopefully we can dispatch of the rest of the runners up ahead of us. Dispatch of that guy. Now we're up into P4, and we've only got 3 cars ahead of us left to pass, and we should be good to win this final challenge. So up into P3 now, round the outside of second place, and we're going to make the move on first, and there we go, up into P1, and we'll cut on to the final lap now, because nothing happened after that. Maintain the lead as per usual, built a fairly sizable margin, and we're going to come across the line, and mission challenges stage 1 and now stage 2 are completed with all gold as well. So absolutely awesome awesome result for these first 2 stages. I beg your pardon, that didn't come out the way I wanted it at all, but it's time to go and get another prize car. Let's go. Alright, sweet, we've acquired our first rally car on this game, a Mitsubishi Lancer rally car, so very, very nice looking vehicle there. But there we go, that has been stage 1 and stage 2 of mission challenges completed. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. Yeah, very interesting couple of missions there to try and get through, but we've got through them all with all gold trophies as well, so there's nothing to complain about really. This has been a pretty damn good episode, but as I said, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to leave a like, subscribe so you can stay tuned for plenty more. Once again, thank you so much for the support on this channel. So much in such a short amount of time, it's really appreciated, and yeah, just thank you guys so much. But until my next video, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.